Letters to the Editor is an author-driven podcast created and directed by Enrique Stuyck Roma, a journalist, lawyer and entrepreneur from Madrid. Enrique holds a Guinness World Record for his letters to the editor and has had 10,000 letters published in 70 Spanish newspapers. In this podcast, we will read a letter a day for a whole year selected from his books Ocurrencias, Witticisms, Reflections on Life. The title of today's letter is In Support of Sports Events with Limited Capacity. I find it hard to understand why the idea of holding football tournaments behind closed doors is being considered. I do not see why, in the same way that cinemas and theatres are reopening with reduced capacity, stadiums cannot allow spectators. Fans should be able to enter and leave sport venues in an orderly fashion. It would be entirely manageable with limited capacity, assigned seating, social distancing, the mandatory use of masks and gloves, individual sanitation, and even temperature checks if necessary. And if reducing the number of spectators even further is required, say to 20% capacity, I still think this would be preferable to completely empty stands. The cold, lifeless atmosphere affects the players and is carried through to television screens. The only reason I can imagine for not considering this solution would be concerns over public order, but with the aforementioned measures, it should work perfectly. I extend this argument to other sports as well, such as tennis, athletics or motorsports. Without spectators, it simply isn't the same. The carefully selected fans who are allocated tickets would need to behave responsibly to avoid sanctions, and this would ensure that matches have some sort of atmosphere. Without that, the sporting experience of a football match without an audience is simply something else entirely. This letter was published in 10 newspapers in June 2020. Discover more episodes at letterstotheeditor.com and remember to subscribe and rate the podcast on your favourite platform. Podcast produced by Jorge Marín, EOB Productora. Letters translated by Ana Marchena. Branding and Visual Identity by Samuel Ferrer, Quinton Brands. Editing by Margot Martin. Readings by Susanna Galan.